getting into the running. The interesting one for me is how Rangers respond to Sunday. I think. I mean,
I was going to come to this, Mick. I was going to come to this. I want to get both your take on Rangers. I mean, that I think psychologically could be a really big blow for Rangers. And sorry, I jumped in there. I'll let you finish your thought before I paste you another question.
I mean, it's put Danny Rohl. I mean, listen, you know the knee-jerk reactions we have in this country. So when the whistle goes yesterday, Bombard, we saw it in Hotline Live. Rohl's got to go. Time up, no, sack him. I mean, he can still win the title. I mean, I think they've made it hard for themselves. But could Rangers? I mean, Rangers need to win. Rangers could win 4 games and still conceivably not win the title, which is incredible at this point in time. I think he's under pressure now a wee bit. I thought the performance Sunday the first half performance was alarmingly poor, and I think he's got to carry some of the can as well. I mean, I don't think he coped with Motherwell's style at all. I mean, he's 4-2-2-2 formation. I know he put Asgard in there to try and be an extra midfield player, but the way Motherwell play with the kind of the false striker set up, and they don't really. It's hard to kind of play against Motherwell because you don't really know who's going to be the man to the middle at times. And you see Maspanisi peeling off to the right, torturing Magoma at times in that first half. I mean, the gaps down that side were frightening. But I don't think Rohl identified it early enough. Or I don't think he set up properly to start with. I don't think he identified the warnings enough. But again, so at half time, they're 2-0 down, they can go for broke because they have to. And they got back into it with a couple of goals. But then at that point, they've got to kick on and get the result. And they've got to the 20-odd minutes. And instead, the other one get caught. And I know you can get caught in the counter when you're pushing. I know that can happen. But they missed big chances at the end as well. I mean, Chermiti missed a big one.
He's got one at the end with Chermiti and Mikey Moore.
A £10 million striker's got to put that in the back of the net. That's what he's there for. That's his job. I don't want to sound like Roy Keane, but that's his job. Put that in the back of the net. So Rangers have come up short at a game and they had to go and win. I mean, all the talk about away games and home games are split. They had to win these home games, and that was a game they had to win. But listen, fair play to Motherwell. Again, they were sensational. But the Rangers had to do more. And that first half was alarm bell stuff. And they'll need to find a way to play against Hearts Tynecastle as well, because Hearts will make it a right tough game for them in that match. It's the only thing I would say is that they're quite similar in terms of the both of them are not scared to give the ball away. And don't mind making it a bit of a kind of a ding dong lock. They're not shy at going long at times, both of them. So it'll be a kind of game where the possession goes back and forward, and which means that it could literally be anything could happen. It could be any moment, anything could happen. It's going to make it absolutely must watch, but I don't know how much control anyone's going to have over it.
I couldn't agree more. And before I finish my thought on Rangers, let me read some of these comments out to both you guys. Luke says, missed no sitters cost us yesterday. I'm sure many of us would have scored those. AF Scott says, I've never seen a Rangers side get played off the pitch like that against a non-Celtic European side. They were much better in the second half, had a lot of chances to take something. Luke again says, Roll will get next season before the chairman gets rid of him if he's not won anything. Joseph says, I think Rangers will turn up against Hearts. And they will go for it. John says, Danny Rohl's proved himself to be a naive rookie manager. His decisions have cost Rangers the chance of a league title against the weakest Celtic side in decades. And I'll come to that pouch because that's what I was going to come on to, Mick, with Danny Rohl. This might sound knee-jerk, might sound quite reactionary. If Rangers finish this season in third, I think Rohl will be under a bit of pressure. I think these new owners might look at it and go, look, we're going to plough another 30, 40, 50 million pounds in. I mean, Russell Martin would have probably finished third. Am I being too harsh? Is that a bit too over the top?
It kind of comes with the territory of manager. Rangers, if you look at the start they had, it was said a lot, no one could envisage them being in the mix for a title race. But once you're in it, I mean, you're still Rangers, you're in the title race, you need to deliver. That's what's demanded. And if you do finish third, albeit in one of the tightest title races we've had for a long, long time, you're still a Rangers manager that's finished third. I mean, it happened before Alex McLeish when they finished, well behind both them and Hearts, finished well behind Gordon, Strachan, and Celtic. And you're not going to look at the league table. That there's no pictures on a league table. There's no pictures on a scoreboard. It's still going to be a third place finish. I don't think they'd sack him. I think he'd get the chance to start a season after a summer because of the improvement that came about when they did appoint him. Mm-hmm. If it's looking like kind of November, December time, and they're not looking likely to win the league. They've maybe not won the League Cup. Then I think questions will come. I think it would be an incredibly harsh decision to get rid of him, but I think absolutely he would come under pressure, and questions would be asked if he takes Rangers to third place. It's part and parcel of being the Rangers manager.
I think Pilch is right, Mick. I mean, Marzuno says in the comments there, November as usual. It does feel like you're on that Rangers merry-go-round for.
Listen, I think the season will finish yet. By the way, I think there's still to come. I think if he doesn't win the league, I think it could be in bother. I mean, obviously the Americans have got the Leeds United angle as well, and they've not been shy at getting other managers. I don't think they're going the right direction. I mean, they nearly sacked a manager who got promoted because they wanted different directions at Leeds. So I don't think he'd be bomb-proof if he doesn't win the league. I think there could be a serious look at it, because a decision made in January to back him, because the thought was this title's there to be won, and Rangers also, and it looks like they could go directly into Champions League if they win the league this year, and the riches that brings. If Rangers don't win this title this year, it would be I don't want to over dramatically in times of the world problems, but it would be a disaster in football terms for Rangers to not win the league this year. To go and spend that kind of money, to go and re-up and tool up again in January. And by the way, Celtic and Hearts have both dropped a lot of points since January. The opportunity was there for Rangers. And it's still there, but it was definitely there for them to kick on and go and win this title. I thought they would do. I thought that the January signings, they've been unlucky. I mean, Robin's getting injured was a big blow. I think he's been really good.
He looks like a good player. Aye.
Yeah. That was a sore one for Rangers. But I just think the door was open for them to go and claim it. Because, listen, as much as I think Hearts have been incredible, 80 points is not a title, a vintage season in terms of points totals. I mean, usually you're talking 90 points is what it does. So, so Rangers, even after the start they had, Mitchell Martin drew 6, his first 8, drew 6 and lost 1, his first 8 or something like that. I mean, a pretty bad start, right enough, but not completely unsalvageable, especially given the way that the other two teams are dropping points. So if Rangers don't get this done and don't get that Champions League automatic, or don't get the Champions League, finishing third is a big blow in terms of the European aspect as well, because that'd be Conference League, wouldn't it?
And McKinnon in the comments says, think of the Hearts investment if they win the league.
Well, that's turbocharges Tony Bloom's vision. I mean, he's not short of a bubble to right enough, but it certainly does inject it to another level. We've seen it with some of his other clubs. I mean, you get Brighton, who are now in the verge of Champions League. Union St-Gallois, who are back in the hunt in Belgium, aren't they? I mean, Tony's in for a good few weeks, isn't he? I saw he's skipping out the game yesterday, but he's in for an exciting few weeks. Potentially money spinning a few weeks for his clubs. I just think, but in terms of Rangers, I mean, Hearts want to win this title. I think Rangers might need to win this title. I don't mean that in a financial sense or all that kind of nonsense, but I just think that the door was open for them, and to fail would be a huge disappointment, and it might be the manager pays a price for that.
The reason why I share that opinion, Mick, as well, it's summed up well in these comments. David Bradley says, if Celtic win the league with the state we've been in, he might be gone. And Joe points out, will the next Celtic manager have the largest transfer kit in Celtic history? And going back to McKenna's point there about the investment Hearts will make if they win the league, I just think these Rangers American owners might look at it and go, okay, he got us back into the title race, but he's finished third against a pretty rotten Celtic team, as you've just outlined really well. The chance was there, big time. The chance was there. But who knows?